All right, you guys. So, um, this message is for someone who needs it. Um, we're using the Native American Tarot deck, and we're also using this beautiful game, which I still have not actually played this with people that I actually genuinely care about. But this is the Loteria Don Clemente, the card game. And it says it's been out since 1887. So if you guys have played this game, or if you guys do actually decide to pursue this game and you want to leave in the comments what your experience with it is like uh, with your family, then let me know. Okay, we're gonna do some prayer, sound bowl healing, and all right. Most High of love and light, thank you for this moment of clarity, humility, and just peaceful, mindful breathing. Thank you for us being able to have a bridge of peace, and I pray that we all become aware of how we can disrupt our own inner peace, and I hope that we all practice the self-discipline, self-control, self-awareness to not disrupt others' peace from a place of genuineness. I ask to deliver clear, concise, effective, emotional manipulation free messages. Use me and guide me, most high, love and light. I'm here to serve. All right. So we'll start off with the Native American Tarot deck. Hmm. All right. Okay. Warrior of Shields. I'm reading the book for this as well. I haven't read the book for this card yet, but I feel like this information will come in handy. And we also have the La Chalupa, angel number 6. So, oof. Intuitively, I'm picking up for some of you guys the hard work that you guys could have put into a project may not have you may not have received the full amount of rewards that can come with it all at once. You guys could be receiving tidbits of it because the reality is a lot of you guys have beautiful work ethic. And if you guys were to receive what you're working so hard for at in the beginning stages, you wouldn't be able to maintain something. So I feel like some of you guys may be wondering, and where's the full fruits of your labor? Well, understand that if your family is safe, that's part of the fruits of your labor. Having a reputation as someone who is reliable, responsible, accountable, and aware makes it so that when you receive your wish fulfillment, you'll be able to maintain humility as well as avoid the traps of those who recklessly indulge in like who indulge in their finances. There's nothing wrong with having things that you like, but you guys want to have respect of moderation for it. So I feel like, and also some of the disappointment could come from understanding how others could have tried to keep you guys from reaching your full potential. Um, because in this Warrior of Shields here, the gentleman and the dog do look sad. So some of you guys may be wondering if you guys are going to be able to experience the fruits of your labor for past um, hard work, in which you have people try to sabotage you behind the scenes. So you guys, some of you guys could also be getting clarity as to why certain goals on a financial scale have not been met. You guys are becoming aware of where you could have gave your loyalty to the wrong people, and you guys could be experiencing sadness, but at the same time, you guys are blessed with an inner peace, and you guys are blessed with an awareness of your external environment in order to be able to like tailor your own tailor your own healing modalities, you know, especially if you guys have experienced betrayal from those that when you say that you're family with someone, you really mean it, you know what I'm saying? But you guys are receiving the blessings with the safety of travel that you guys are blessed with. You guys are able to see the beauty in your external environment. Your family has exactly what they need when they need it. And you guys are able to fully appreciate beauty. So take what resonates, you know? um, and count your blessings that you can stay afloat while dealing with heavy harsh emotions that's resurfacing. Everyone doesn't have the emotional strength to maintain responsibility consistently when going through dealing with difficult emotions, especially connected to betrayal. Now, I'll let you guys in on some information that most people are unaware of. It's easier for females to heal from betrayal quicker. So, if a female is consciously betraying another female, then that's someone you want to steer clear of. Healthy females can naturally heal from emotions of betrayal because the the female is naturally, blessed with emotional intelligence to a high degree. At the same time, masculine men are very emotional intelligent, but their intelligence shows up quite differently. Why do you think people compare women to cats and men to dogs? You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to healing wounds of betrayal, good hearted men, when they are deeply wounded, it takes them a while to heal. And they form their greatest friendships with patient people. So, some of you guys could be getting a reality on healing journeys for other people. Um, you'll notice that masculine energy is more likely to be very fickle with you if you are very pushy on them when they're going through very difficult, hard times. So, and if this is energy you guys are not yet in, only take what resonates. This is something that you guys can work towards, because a lot of people, they want to manifest they want to manifest the end goal of life in a short time span, not fully appreciating the journey. And that right there actually breaks one's own heart. There's a lot of wealthy people who have gotten finances, and the reason they've gotten finances is because they want to have connections, but they've attracted people who will look like their ideal family, but there's disharmony in the family. So it's best to go slow and steady. So if some of you guys are not in that energy that I first described and you're like it doesn't resonate, you guys are being asked to slow down on your manifestations, because honestly, at this point, trying to manifest things quickly without learning the lessons of how to healthily, properly deal with disappointment, that's going to prohibit you guys from being able to have peace. And having finances without peace is not logically, you can't be safe with having a mentality of not having inner peace but having large finances. Also, you guys are going to be finding out the truth about some individuals who have large finances but they don't have inner peace. You guys are going to be finding out about how they're afraid of being robbed to the point that it's kind of like they've over, like, let's say, expose themselves. Like they could say, I'm going on vacation, or yeah, or they could hire nannies and shit, or they could basically have used their finances in order to, appear as if they have so much money that they have alarms in their home. But the reality of the world we live in, there's stalkerish people out here, and some people could have stalked some stars or some very wealthy people who have seen money that look. It's like my imagination of money is not the amount of money that these people have seen. I wouldn't even know, honestly, where I'm at in life, I wouldn't know what to do with the type of money they got. But they have basically let people know, I'm on vacation, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and they've been robbed. So y'all can find out the truth about how some people um, who have a lot of money, all they truly want is happiness, but they have invested into fickle things that will not actually help them deal with the difficulties that come with real life. So um, take what resonates. If you guys like heard the first message and you like, that's not where I'm at, this doesn't resonate, that's cool. But if some of you guys are like, I just want peace, I want to be able to simply provide for myself, you got to understand that that is what some people literally, when they say they want to be rich and famous, what they're really saying is they want to be able to not have to worry about unnecessary hardship that comes with financial and with financial poverty. And they also want to be able to have a sense of safety emotionally, mentally, overall at a seed, at a soul seed level. You know, gratitude is how a lot of people, well, gratitude is how one can get out of very difficult situations. Okay. And that needed to be shared because some people, I worked with a client and she asked me, how can I get multi-million dollars? And I was like, what the fuck? But I didn't look, I ain't judge nobody. I said, okay, let me understand. Everybody got different reasons for what they want, so I'm not gonna sit here and judge. And when I saw how some people have been taught that you can manifest by simply thinking, or you are thinking about wanting something and not putting the work in. And there's some people you're gonna discover who child, they have unrealistic ideas about manifestation. So some people who have had like quick success where their names are tied to big financial purchases that a logical, responsible, accountable individual should take at least 5 to 7 years to form. Like if you're thinking about buying a car or a house, you know, because you got to understand, who the car market, if you're going to be buying a car and shit. Some people have invested into company vehicles too early, building spaces too early, promo deals too early, and some companies are taking financial losses. That's coming up as well. Child, some of y'all needed to know that. Especially if some of you guys might work for companies, but I feel like and we're talking about manifestation here. It's important to understand how to healthily and moderately and balancedly manifest. As I was saying, the client, she asked how to get a multi-million dollars, and the world we live in, it doesn't matter if you have $1 trillion, $1 billion. Come on, that don't mean you gonna be able to be safe all the time. You know what it's like to. I don't know what it's like, but if you had to have bodyguards and you already got trust issues, damn, it's like I don't know if I can trust a bodyguard type shit. So some people you may know may have large amounts of money, or they may have lost the money, and some people that they trusted have betrayed them. Yep. So basically, this is a time to understand. If you don't manifest properly, you can attract people who will be leeches and will try to exploit and abuse you. I think that's another reason why I mentioned the first scenario when I first began, because I've been meeting people who want to manifest certain things. They think it'll get them out of certain situations and things of that nature, but they're not exactly understanding that with every manifestation one gets, there's pros and cons. And way too many people have celebrated too early because they have ignored the cons of their manifestation. For example, we'll go to the I haven't even read the book yet. Some people have said, I want a man, and they've gotten a man, but they weren't specific. So, you know, there's all kinds of flavors of men. Then some women say, I want an honest man. but they got an ugly honest man. Then some women say, I want to find honest man. They've got what they got. So I feel like some of you guys may also be interested in trying to manifest a love life that's going to be good for your souls, minds, bodies, soul, spirits, on all levels. And this is where you guys have to understand, if you're trying to manifest big shit, you have to understand to go slow and steady. Think about it. We have, um, we have babies, children, teenagers, adults, the older population. You don't just become 60 overnight and die. Shit, you grow from baby to what, and then you, so basically I feel like some of you guys are being asked to actually learn to manifest from scratch with the mentality of a newborn baby, but at the same time utilize the wisdom of your adult experiences that you have gathered thus far, especially if you have experienced betrayal, because this is going to be important. It's not that you guys some of you guys are having trouble manifesting. It's not you guys can manifest, but you guys have to understand the layers of manifestation. If you can't appreciate the moments of peace and having everything that you need and being able to have a safe area in order to healthily, properly grieve without exploitative and abusive people around you, then how are you going to be able to appreciate large amounts of money? And if that doesn't resonate for some of you guys are simply being asked to understand there's people trying to manifest things that they don't even appreciate the steps that it takes to manifest. So that's why some people who have been spending so much time trying to figure out what some of you guys got going on, they're wondering why their manifestations ain't working. But basically, it's kind of like they're treating the manifestation process as if, somebody's saying, I want to have a baby, and they thinking they're going to wake up and be pregnant one day. Like, that's impossible. That's just literally impossible. So I feel like this is saying, y'all may know some people who are just so lazy and they don't want to do the work. They just want to basically put their manifestations out into the universe, and then they just want to say, oh shit, it came. But at the same time, they don't understand the pros and cons about it. Child. So let's read the Warrior of Shields so I can get past this one. For centuries, Native American farmers cleared and planted land, then moved on. New growth reclaiming the abandoned sites. This pattern worked, especially in the round-shouldered, age-old hills of what is now Appalachia. Farther north, the growing season was shorter, making hunting, fishing, and gathering wild fruits and berries more important. Some of you guys are being asked to eat more fruit. Yeah. Eat more fruit is for your health. All right. Um, Tribal populations were nearly 3 times more dense in the north, what is now New York and Connecticut, than in the south, now Virginia and North Carolina. Lifestyles and customs varied greatly. Far north, for example, around the areas of Labrador and Newfoundland, the native tribes bred hunting dogs, the retrievers that bear the names of these regions today. The Warrior of Shields kneels to inspect a game trail that has crossed the wooded stream before him. Seated beside him is his dog, originally from the Newfoundland area. The warrior wears a woodland-style headdress. Yeah, y'all should see it. Called a ruche, and holds his bow ready in his left hand, his shield on his arm. The shield is far too small and delicate to be effective as physical protection, but it is more than ornamental. It is known as as a medicine shield. The warrior of shields tends to be laborious and patient, but not intellectually outstanding. Some of you guys will be learning how some people put so much energy into their like their business brand, the logos and all, and their facial stuff, but or their personalities, and you'll start to really figure out that they don't exactly know how to keep up the brand that they have created. So some people could have, it's kind of like, also some people that you guys know who wear a lot of name brands are heavily in debt. Okay. Um, and some of these people may not have people to talk to about the pressures of being in debt. At the same time, they know they're around people who will basically try to emotionally manipulate them and say, well, you got all this money, so why are you acting broke? So there's some people who are in debt that you guys know about, and that you may be protected from them because they're so used to having things their way, and they're used to a lot of materialistic gain. And if you guys have broke with treacherous broke people, if you got no, if you guys have dealt with treacherous broke people, it's a whole nother level of dealing with treacherous people who are used to large amounts of money. So some of you guys are being divinely guided and protected from some very interesting people that it's better to know. Um, like if they got a business and the business is they got like a boutique and the shit set up and it's nice, it's nice. Look, shop, have a good time, and go home. Some of you guys are gonna be grateful that you guys didn't get invited into certain circles. Okay. His shield is on his arm, a medicine shield. The warrior of shields tends to be laborious and patient, but is not intellectually outstanding. Success is due to instinct and to his closeness to an imitation of nature. He lacks initiative, for his is the slow, ponderous energy of the process of growth. So you guys are going through some growing pains right now, okay? Growing pains are necessary in order to understand how to maintain any manifestation, and I'm learning that myself today. I'm understanding the difficulties that come with, being born. Shit, it is what it is. Life ain't supposed to be easy, but it's also not supposed to be necessarily hard as well. At best, he will be romantic and imaginative. Overblown ambition, superstition, and the tendency to procrastinate are perils for this son of the soul. So some of you guys could be asked to be kinder and gentler to yourselves if you have any business ideas that doesn't exactly coordinate with with the output that you guys are putting out. Okay, some of you guys could have these ideas for like companies. It's like, yo, I got this idea, but at the same time you guys could be doing the best you guys can be doing. And where you guys are at right now, what you guys know is enough. And some of you guys could be like, but I should have reached this goal by now. Like literally, some of you guys could be causing yourself stress because you're like thinking you're not doing enough when it comes to work, and you literally could be doing just what you need to do. Because honestly, if you know what you only know what you know in that moment. And some this is why the La Chalupa one is next to it. With this being upright, this is saying, hey, you've done what you need to do for this season. So some of you guys could be asked to to be able to conserve your energy better. Understand that, in the wintertime you move a little bit slower. In the summertime you got more energy to move. In the spring, yeah, it's about growth. In the autumn, it's about being able to, you know, be able to look over all that you've done. So some of you guys are being asked to do business on a like according to how the seasons change, instead of trying to have, business that could metaphorically be compared to the vibe of summertime. You guys got to understand, we got winter for a reason. We got autumn and spring for a reason. Okay. So some of you guys be asked to be more gentler to yourselves when it comes to you guys how you do business. Some of you guys could really be doing the best you can. And that's enough. That is more than enough. Okay. So something tell me we're on track now. All right. I get it. The I know sometimes for me, I just want to get straight to like from A to Z, and I can basically not have fun and not enjoy the, in between of a journey. So I feel like some of you guys are being asked to enjoy the journey more. And I'm going to take that advice on myself. You know what I'm saying? So we have the Chief of Vessels. Okay, we have El Tambar, and it also says here, skip the next player's turn. And then we also have El Arbor. I hope I said that right, y'all. And we got skip the next player's turn. So we got 10 and 13. So what's standing out to me, I feel like I'm speaking to masculines who are very sensitive. And when I say sensitive, I feel like you guys um, are aware of your emotional processes on a deeper level. So you guys could be more alert to what's going on in your surroundings. You guys could even feel much more comfortable and at peace around like people who remind you guys of nature. And you guys could, you guys could be becoming aware of people who act like plastic, or they try to embody Barbie dolls and stuff and try to basically make their life look like it's a Barbie doll moment, but at the same time, or action packed movie, you guys could be just like becoming aware, like, yo, we adults here, like I'm tired. I would have wanted to do that when I was younger, but I don't want to do that no more. I feel like for some of you guys, your idea of fun could be changing. You guys could be around some people whose idea of fun is like a young child playing with a toy. And some of you guys could be at a state where it's like your idea of fun could be like being able to enjoy good food with mature people and being able to, possibly have a intimate date with someone that you genuinely like and that you're not going to sit there and, have second thoughts about often, to the point some of you guys, some I'm also picking up infidelity will be coming out and be exposed. um Infidelity is going to be discussed. Ideas about, is this cheating, is going to be discussed. And if you guys are curious what constitutes as cheating, what constitutes as cheating, for some of you guys, it could be, look, we're grown adults. We're grown adults who are consenting to do this. These are my boundaries. And these are my boundaries that must be followed. And what are your boundaries? Now, if any of these boundaries are disrespected, there's no reason we should be getting intimate together. Um, because I'm an adult and I'm sensitive and you sensitive too. So I feel like some of you guys are gonna be, discussing with people, if we're choosing to be sexually active together, we got to talk about boundaries. Also, some of you guys are going to be very conscious about how you choose your partners based off how they take care of their health overall, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, financial, every way possible. Some of you guys are going to be taking your time, like, going to be slowing down when it comes to dating, because you guys are going to be paying a lot of attention to like how some people move, especially under stress. Like, I feel like some of you guys right now could be like, instead of you guys, some of you guys could be turned off by people who are just like, give me, give me, give me, give me, because it's coming off clingy and emotionally just like a drain. So some of you guys could just, you guys could be in like hibernation mode, and things like that while working. So you guys could be really chill and low key. And at work, you guys may have a reputation of like, quote unquote, don't poke the bear. um, if you guys have heard of that saying, poking the bear, like, why you gonna piss the bear off? Also, some of you guys could have people try, who could have done this in the past energy, or this in present energy. They could try to get you guys to like, walk into traps, and then basically try to get you guys set up to where your vulnerabilities can be used against you. Because I was picturing, it's kind of like how somebody wants to get a bear upset and then have a bear chase it up the hill. As a kid, I was told bears don't like to run downhill and things like that. So you guys can have some people that would like to like get you guys set up and basically find out your vulnerability against you and then use it against you in order to basically set you guys up. So there could be a group of people who are up to this, but at the same time, what I'm picking up here is because they are closed minded to the point that if you are different than them, they feel threatened because they become aware of how they are disconnected from their origins. Like some of these guys may not even know who their ancestors are. So, or they may not have accurate information about their ancestral history, and they can feel disconnected. So some of you guys could be targeted by individuals who are basically trying to get you guys caught up in a trap because they do not know how to connect to what really gives them inner peace. So they could basically be consciously causing conflict, chaos, confusion, and calamity, and subconsciously they may not have any clue as to why they're doing it. So some of you guys could be using wisdom when it comes to communicating with these guys, because you guys know that even if you communicate with them with clarity and logic, they're not exactly in a place to receive it. They're in, it's like emotionally they might, you could say I am happy, and if they're sad, they might say it as, they might think of it as, are you sure, are you depressed and trying to hide it? But when really this is what their subconscious is telling them, that they're being act like they're depressed and shit like that. So you may have some people that is like hell bent on trying to make you guys feel like you don't belong, but the only reason they're doing it and trying to set you guys up so it can look as if you initiated some sort of conflict is because it's kind of like whatever attributes that you have, it's very beautiful, and it has its own uniqueness to it, and they don't exactly, it's kind of like they want to know what their motivation and drive is for in life, but they're disconnected from being able to figure it out due to how they could have really caused a lot of trouble for themselves. And I'll tell you guys how, because you guys need to know. I was wondering why I'm making a video, and I put one out today. These guys have took on so much responsibility, they don't even know what to do with it. I'll tell you why. We got this El Mundo and one, and this man is carrying the weight of the world. We have three with a strength, and it says El Cameron. You may play another card here. And these people took on a lot of responsibility because they wanted to appear like gentlemen. They wanted to basically appear to be as if they had their shit together. But with the parrot and this shrimp here, they were basically repeating each other. They didn't use a mind, they didn't think for themselves, and they got caught up in like so much unnecessary responsibility. And this could be your guys' energy as well. It just may be showing up differently. That while you guys, and take what resonates, while some of you guys have learned to take on have learned boundaries, especially against people who parrot other people. What they're not telling you guys is that there some of these people could be having great resentment towards the very same people that they feel has misled them. But the reality is they've chosen not to take accountability and responsibility for what the fuck they put themselves through. You know, also some of these people could be having alcohol problems. You see how this man over here drunk? They may seem like they got their shit together in public, but they may have a drinking fest when they go home. And when you see them, they may say, "I'm just tired," but really, the whatever they've done is catching up with them to the point where if they're trying to drown their emotions out, you got to understand you can't logically speak to someone who's drowning their emotions with alcohol at this point in time. And no, I'm not speaking ill about anybody who drinks alcohol. I'm speaking about people who have been trying to basically feel better by bullying other people who know how to manage their emotions. I'm speaking about people who are not able to manage their emotions properly, and they're feeling guilty and shameful about actions in which how they have tried to basically set some of you guys up to basically be in a state of emotional This is the five of whew, the five. Forgive me. In original tarot, it's the five of cups. They're trying to basically. It's like they were trying to have you in a constant state of grief because it was easier to control you that way, and they did it with gossip, with the eight of clubs here. And this could have been people who had large amounts of money. They thought they could do just about anything because they have money, and with that money, with the medicine wheel, they put a lot of things in their favor, especially on the international level with the world. Uh-huh. Now these people, they have all this experience. I'm picking up on people who have international travel experience. You guys may know some travelers, and you may be wondering, like, what these people are actually genuinely like behind the scenes if they've acquired all this success. And the ones who acquire success by stepping on people's backs, well, they have drinking problems, okay? They got drinking problems. The people behind the scenes that truly know them is hell to be around them with the L. So soldada five here. The mood swings is all up and down and shit like that. And it's just like being a war, being around them. And this is gonna be exposed because some of these people have been trying to basically, have people fight their battles. So some of you guys, and what I described as if you have people trying to basically set you guys up, like people have tried to poke bears, like trying to get a bear angry and then run up a hill and the bear chase them. But when it's time to go down the hill, the bear chase them. The bear has trouble going down the hill. It's like you guys, the same people that was trying to basically set you guys up and use their financial resources, they're some of them have they let some of them let their drinking habits get so bad to the point that they're in very dire situations and they don't exactly know how to get out of it. It's kind of like, remember I said to you guys, shiesty broke people, that's a whole nother level. But being around shiesty rich people, that's a whole nother level of betrayal. I mean, you talk about contracts and shit. So some of you guys are gonna find out about, or you guys are already hearing about it, but some of you guys are gonna find out about some individuals who they're ill prepared to deal with the consequences of their reckless actions by abusing and exploiting resources to control people. Um, their lives are in danger. For real. With this El Soldado, their lives are in danger. And with the world here, they may have made some enemies like they may have made some enemies, especially if large finances is involved. So some of you guys are going, I feel like this message is coming up so you guys can understand, have a different relationship with money. You guys got to understand, if the old model of money has resulted in some people dying unnecessarily, you guys got to change your definition of money. And I feel like this is going back to that first message. Like, some of you guys are trying to manifest your way out of financial situations, but I feel like at the end of the day, you guys need to be able to manifest the baby steps so that you guys can have a peace of mind. Because at first, I felt like when I start the message off, some people didn't exactly have clarity. Like, that doesn't resonate, you know? But at the end of the day, it's okay if it doesn't resonate. But then I was picking up on, it's time to learn to manifest in a manner that is actually going to best benefit you and your generations long term. There's no reason to be repeating curses and burdens that have happened to your ancestors on a generational scale, especially when it comes to finances. Um, that message came up for a reason, because it's kind of like, now I want you guys to have clarity. There's nothing wrong with desiring finances. It's your intention that comes with finances. Because I feel like we all want to manifest money, but the way we go about manifesting money is going to impact our generations. So I don't recall all the messages that I said, but I know for some, the messages resonate where they resonate at. And there are some of you guys who are in that, that safe space where you're healthily grieving while learning how to receive the fruits of your labor in the phases of your manifestation. And some of you guys could have dealt with very difficult people who kept trying to negatively interrupt your manifestations. And some of your guys' manifestations could just have been to maintain your root chakra. It could have been to heal yourself and your ancestors, and to some of it could have been, some of you guys could have had simple manifestations, and some of you guys could have been targeted by people who were manifesting elaborate things that they were not prepared to be able to maintain. Remember I mentioned I had a client who said, I want to manifest. Well, she didn't say it in that way, but I'm paraphrasing. She wanted to manifest multi-millions of dollars in order to feel better about herself, like she wasn't a failure. But at the same time, she was so concerned about what wealthy bitches and niggas thought about her, she was willing to get into even more debt. And I'm gonna keep it honest, that's some really crazy shit. That's and so I wasn't able to help. All I know is when you become a psychic or a tarot reader, or if you're just using the divination practices, you got to be ready for the questions that you're going to get answered and asked. And you got to understand that most of these people know the answer before they come to you. So if some of you guys are um, doing your own readings, and you're like, some stuff is coming up where it's like, this makes common sense, but such and such said the opposite. Some of you guys can be finding out about how some people was trying to get away with lying to you guys. Okay, so anyway, we gonna end it here because I done spilled so much tea, child. What I'm gonna do is get one more message from my own personal deck of cards, and this is to help you guys. For some reason, somebody needed this message. Responsibility called and he answered. And no ego mysterious. So some of you guys, your ego is dead. Some of you guys, your ego is or your old self is gone. And there's people that are like, I don't know who you are anymore. At the same time, you guys are basically simply being responsible. So some of you guys are put into bed or put into rest your immature aspects, and the past doesn't understand who you are anymore. But not in a negative manner where it's like they're trying to ostracize you guys. But some of you guys, it's just that you're keeping the intimate things to yourself that they would emotionally try to wound and have you think negatively about it because they aren't able to be a part of it. So some of you guys are basically answering the call of responsibility, and you're irresponsible past people who can no longer emotionally manipulate you guys, and you and basically prey. And when I say pray, prey, prey on your ego anymore to get you to self-sabotage. They could be seeing that you have stability, and they don't exactly, it's kind of like it's harder for them to get away with trying to get information about you in order to negatively impact you from getting stability in your life. And some of you guys are getting to the point where you're like, I'm not going to provide stability for you if you are an adult age person. Some of you guys could be cutting people off who are adult age, and they're not responsible. And these are the people that's like, I don't know this person anymore. They're hiding secrets. No, you guys have been actively doing shadow work, releasing self-sabotaging bullshit. And it's also to a point where it's like it's like you're not being your own worst enemy anymore. And while you guys may have desires, you guys understand that you have to be responsible. You can't, like, fulfill your desires 24/7. You guys have to be responsible in order to enjoy those desires. Also, you may be leaving behind people who they pursue desire so much it's not even fun anymore for them. If it hasn't happened yet, it will happen later. But for some of them, they pursue their desire so much to the point that hanging out with them, it's just reckless shit happens. They can be so in tuned into their desires more than the foundation of responsibility that some of these guys have like guilty consciences about some weird ass shit that has happened connected to them doing too much shit. So this message is so you guys can understand if you got people like trying to try to figure out personal information about you guys, it's because you're responsible. And if they are connected to some very guilty ass shit, they want to be connected to you guys so they can appear responsible. But these are the type of people where they'll basically try to pin like some of their dirty crime, criminal activity onto you guys. So I think that's why I got that message out. Oh, yeah, I had to get that out, child. I had to fart. Also, some of you guys are being asked to get clarity on your connection with sex and friendship. Now, sex and friendship are two different things. And also, sex it doesn't have to necessarily be a part of friendship. Some of you guys are being asked to get clarity on that. It's not Mercury retrograde yet, but during Mercury retrograde is when friends who used to have sex with like to make the rounds and say, hey, I was just thinking about you, especially if they ain't got no money. So you guys are being asked to get clarity on your relationship with sex and friendship. And when you guys hear from people who you are still learning how to set healthy boundaries with, if you guys hear from people that you learn to set healthy boundaries with, that you guys had friendships with and sex was involved, you guys are going to start to be amused by how some of these people are dishonoring themselves and how their desperateness is attracting toxic energy. But I don't think I'm talking to vicious minded people here. I feel like more so you guys are going to become aware of how certain people from your past, um, they're setting the example of how to treat themselves in a manner where they're attracting predators. And I feel like you guys are going to start to put two and two together. When such and such came around, it such and such, something consistently happened. Some of you guys are going to start to lose interest in some sexual partners too, because every time they come around, it's always drama. And you guys are going to start getting clarity on the type of lifestyle these people actually lived and what they're trying to show you guys. On that note, let's light some sage and we're going to end the reading. And I hope this helped you guys. Child. And uh this sage is meant to bless the homes of all the pure-hearted viewers, their animals, plants, children, ancestors, things of that nature. 4747, if you saw it, leave your favorite emoji. Get that. Yes, yes, sage is needed. What I just have been blessed to share with you guys is I hope it serves you guys well. Oh yeah, and for any of the viewers that's just trying to collect information, um, I know I got some bitter baby mamas or bitter baby daddies watching my channel, trying to act innocent. Got some sort of some of y'all have developed alcohol addictions. Some addiction is happening, and this has been due to not facing some problems. And this also in order, some of y'all may have addictions to just toxic dating. I'm gonna take what resonates. If you are on the right side of justice and you dealing, if you in a custody battle dealing with a bitter baby mama or daddy, your bitter baby mama or daddy has an addiction to dating toxic people. And if you, what's some advice to help protect your children? Just with the Ace of Cups. And know that one of vessels, love your child, love yourself. That's going to be example enough. If your child is seeing their parents pursue toxic dating partners, and then they see you being healthy, well, whoo, you got nothing to worry about. You and your child gonna be able to have a lot to talk about as your child becomes aware. Also, if you guys have any bitter baby daddies and baby mamas, or if you are the bitter baby daddy and the baby mama, it's got another message that needs to come through while this sage is burning hot and crisp. The parent might be trying to, convince the child that this is normal, I promise. Oh, why are you crying again? Oh, So some of you guys y'all gonna be finding out some of y'all bitter baby daddies and mamas guilty conscience has them trying to basically rebuild a new relationship with the child, but it's being done in such a toxic manner, and it's kind of like they haven't got it yet. They're setting an example how to be treated. So some of you guys can have bitter baby mamas and daddies who have been disrespecting themselves, and to the point where they've been attracting toxic dating partners, and now they're trying to like start over and fresh with their children like they healthy parents all of a sudden. And look, it's part of the journey, man. It is what it is. Shit. Your children are learning that they can start from scratch, even if some of the parents aren't fully committed to actually becoming the healthy parents that they need to be. You keep setting the example that you're setting, and this is going to help your child be able to have an example of toxic and healthy. And I needed to get that out there because I'm understanding that I've been having angry mamas and daddies getting upset with me because I've been exposing them on my channel. But if you don't like the truth coming out, stop doing stupid shit. Stop watching the channel. Anyway, we out.